What if I told you that one of the most influential animals in human history isn't a dog, a cat, or even a horse, but a monkey? A monkey whose DNA is so close to ours that it's helped unlock secrets of our own biology. A monkey that's been both revered and exploited, worshipped and caged. Meet the Rhesus macaque, a scrappy, clever primate that's been shaping our world for millions of years, and might just hold the key to understanding our own humanity. But here's the twist. This monkey's story is at a crossroads, and what happens next could change everything. Ready to dive into a tale of evolution, survival, and some serious monkey business? Let's swing into it. Hey, welcome back to Wild Roots, the channel where we uncover the epic stories of animals that have shaped our planet, and maybe even us. I'm David, and today, we're exploring the Rhesus macaque, a monkey that's been a part of human history from ancient temples to high-tech labs. You're gonna see some jaw-dropping footage of these guys in action, leaping through forests, raiding crops, and maybe even outsmarting us humans. So grab a snack, preferably not a banana, unless you want a macaque stealing it, and let's get started. But here's the question that keeps me up at night. Are we saving these incredible creatures, or are we pushing them to the edge? Stick around, because this story's got more twists than a macaque's tail. To understand the Rhesus macaque, we need to rewind the clock, way back, like 25 million years back. That's when the ancestors of today's old world monkeys, including our star, the Rhesus macaque, started branching off from other primates. Picture this, a world of dense forests, no humans, just early primates scampering through the trees. These guys were part of the Capuchin group, the old world monkeys, splitting from New World monkeys around 35 million years ago when some adventurous primates rafted across oceans to South America. Crazy, right? The Rhesus macaque, or macaca mulatta if you're feeling fancy, evolved in Asia, specifically in what's now India, China, and Southeast Asia. These monkeys are built for survival, medium-sized, about 20 pounds for males, with short tails and faces that scream personality. Their fur, a practical grayish-brown, perfect for blending into forests or rocky hills. But what makes them stand out? Their brains. Rhesus macaques are wicked smart, with complex social structures that rival a high school drama. They live in troops of 20 to 200 with a hierarchy that's like a soap opera, dominant females, cheeky juveniles, and males always vying for status. Fast forward to about 25 million years ago when old world monkeys like the Rhesus macaque started developing traits we still see today. Larger brains, better vision, and hands that could grab and manipulate objects. These weren't just tree dwellers, they were innovators. They adapted to diverse environments, forests, grasslands, even mountains. Fossils from places like China show early macaques were already thriving 10 million years ago, outsmarting predators and finding food in tough conditions. Here's where it gets wild. The Rhesus macaque's ancestors weren't just surviving, they were setting the stage for traits we humans would later inherit. Like, did you know their social behaviors, like grooming to build alliances, are eerily similar to how we network on social media? Okay, maybe not exactly, but you get the idea. These monkeys were the original influencers, shaping their ecosystems by dispersing seeds, controlling insect populations, and even keeping other animals in check. They were the glue of their habitats, and they've been at it for millions of years. In their ecosystems, Rhesus macaques are what scientists call generalists. They eat almost anything: fruits, leaves, insects, small animals, even human crops when they get the chance. This adaptability is their superpower. It's why they've survived ice ages, climate shifts, and everything else Mother Nature threw at them. But it's also why they've caught humanity's eye. Their intelligence and versatility made them prime candidates for a very different kind of relationship with us. One that's both fascinating and honestly a bit troubling. Coming up, how humans turn these wild survivors into partners and test subjects. For thousands of years, Rhesus macaques have been more than just wildlife. They've been part of human culture. In India, they're often seen as sacred, linked to the monkey god Hanuman from the epic Ramayana. People feed them, build temples for them, and treat them like divine neighbors. Watch this footage. See how these macaques strut around like they own the place? They kinda do. But this cozy relationship isn't the whole story. Here's where things get complicated. The Rhesus macaque's intelligence and biological similarity to humans, about 93% shared DNA, made them a target for something far less spiritual scientific research. Since the early 20th century, Rhesus macaques have been used in labs worldwide, from studying vaccines to understanding brain function. Ever heard of the Rhesus factor in blood types? Yep, named after these monkeys, because their blood helped us crack the code on human blood compatibility. In the 1950s, Rhesus macaques were key to developing the polio vaccine, saving millions of lives. They've also been sent into space, yep, monkeys in space, to test how zero gravity affects living organisms. The US and France used them in early space missions, and their sacrifice helped pave the way for human astronauts. But this isn't a feel-good story. These monkeys weren't exactly signing up for the job. They were caught from the wild or bred in captivity, often living in conditions that, well, let's just say weren't 5-star. And then there's the other side of human interaction, Rhesus macaques as pests. Their knack for survival means they've thrived in human environments, raiding crops and causing chaos in cities like Delhi. Farmers sometimes see them as enemies, and in some areas they're hunted or trapped to protect agriculture. It's like a real-life heist movie, with macaques as the sneaky bandits. But this clash isn't just funny, it's a sign of something bigger. As humans expanded cities and farms, we shrank the Rhesus macaques' natural homes. They didn't just adapt, they invaded our spaces. This adaptability is why they're one of the most widespread monkey species found from Afghanistan to Vietnam. But it's also led to a kind of unintentional domestication. In places like Cayo Santiago, a tiny island off Puerto Rico, scientists have studied free-ranging Rhesus macaques for decades, controlling their environment in a way that's almost like domestication. It's not like breeding dogs, but it's close. Humans shaping their behavior and even their genetics. Here's a wild fact. A 2020 study from Princeton showed that Rhesus macaques might be self-domesticating. Their social behaviors, like responding to vocal calls, are linked to physical traits, like a white facial patch that scream, "I'm friendly." It's like they're evolving to get along with each other, and maybe with us. But at what cost? Let's talk about the challenges these monkeys face today, because trust me, it's not all bananas and sunshine. The Rhesus macaques' adaptability has kept them alive, but it's also their biggest curse. Habitat loss is the #1 threat. Since the 1980s, forests in Asia have been disappearing at an alarming rate, over 30% in some regions. That's millions of acres gone, forcing macaques into cities and farmlands. In India alone, human-monkey conflicts have spiked, with reports of macaques attacking people or stealing food. In 2018, Delhi reported over 1,000 monkey-related complaints in a single year. That's a lot of angry phone calls. Then there's the research side. Worldwide, about 100,000 to 200,000 non-human primates, mostly Rhesus macaques, are used in labs each year. They're studied for everything from Alzheimer's to COVID-19 vaccines, but the conditions? Often cramped, stressful, and far from natural. Studies show captivity can lead to behavioral issues like self-harm or aggression. Sound familiar? It's like putting a genius in a box and expecting them to stay chill. And let's not forget disease. Rhesus macaques can carry viruses like herpes B, which is harmless to them but dangerous to humans. In Florida, where escaped macaques have formed wild populations, officials worry about disease transmission. In 2019, a study estimated that 25% of Florida's feral macaques carry this virus. That's a ticking time bomb for both monkeys and humans. Here's the kicker. Even their sacred status in places like India is backfiring. People feed them junk food, think chips and soda, which leads to obesity and health problems. A 2016 study found that urban macaques have higher cholesterol than their wild cousins. It's like they're living the fast food life, but without the Netflix subscription. These challenges, habitat loss, research exploitation, human conflict, health issues, are all tied to us. We're the ones reshaping their world. So, what's the deal with the Rhesus macaque story? It's not just about a monkey, it's about us. These creatures are our closest cousins, sharing 93% of our DNA, yet we've put them in cages, driven them out of forests, and turned them into both gods and pests. It's a paradox. We rely on them to advance our science, yet we destroy the very habitats they need to survive. We worship them in temples, but we trap them when they raid our crops. What does that say about humanity? I think it shows our complicated relationship with nature. We want to control it, understand it, even exploit it, but we're also part of it. The Rhesus macaque's struggles mirror our own, adapting to a changing world, balancing survival with ethics. When we use them for research, we're saving human lives, but at what cost to theirs? When we push them out of forests, we're securing our food, but we're also erasing their homes. It's a messy, uncomfortable truth. Here's where it gets real. The Rhesus macaque's future depends on us making tough choices. Do we keep using them in labs knowing the ethical cost? Do we prioritize human expansion over their survival? Or do we find a balance? Better conservation, humane research, maybe even learning to coexist with our cheeky neighbors? Their story is a wake-up call. If we can't protect a species so close to us, what hope do we have for the rest of the planet? The Rhesus macaque's story isn't over yet, and neither is ours. These incredible primates have survived millions of years, and with our help, they can keep thriving. So what can you do? First, learn more about conservation efforts. Groups like the Primate Conservation Initiative are working to protect macaque habitats. Support them if you can. Second, think about the products you buy. Deforestation is often tied to palm oil or timber. Choose sustainable options. And third, spread the word. Share this video, talk about these monkeys, and let's get people thinking about our role in their future. Alright folks, that's the Rhesus macaque's epic tale. Next time we're diving into the world of another monkey species, the mischievous Capuchin. You won't believe the tricks these little guys pull. So hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to Wild Roots for more animal adventures. Oh, and here's a question for you. What's one thing you think we can do to help Rhesus macaques survive in our modern world? Put your thoughts in the comment box below. I'm dying to hear them. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep loving this wild world we share. Subscribe for more. Next up, Capuchin monkeys.